everyone and welcome to my channel Real Conversations with Real People. So I'm Zulfa Sangvi, as you all know, and I am here with you all to introduce my next guest, Prashansa Bora. She is the owner of the Meal Studio, which is a home kitchen. Started in COVID, a pretty inspiring story. Let's meet her. Hello everyone. Today we have with us Prashansa Bora, the owner of the Meal Studio. So she's also a very dear friend, so it's amazing today to interview her, to be in this space, knowing about her venture more. So yes, Prashansa. Hello.
Hi Zulfa.
Thank you for coming.
I'm super excited. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so let's begin. Tell me something about yourself, like what you've done before, how you've come here, everything.
Okay, so I am a pharmacist by profession. I've done my master's in quality assurance and I have been a hardcore corporate person from 2014 to 2020. That's approximately 6 years. But I loved doing what I was doing. I was very practical with my 9-to-5 job, super happy with it, having my weekends off. And that's when I would help mom in the kitchen, trying out new recipes. I personally love to try new cuisines. So that was always on my to-do list, to make something new, get the family to try it. But obviously in my growing years, I didn't get a lot of time in the kitchen. So I didn't explore that world as much as I'm doing now.
Correct.
But the lockdown gave me an opportunity to think more of what I enjoy doing, a little more than the corporate job. And that's how I came up with the idea of starting the Meal Studio.
Lovely. So to tell you guys, the Meal Studio came up during the pandemic, during times when all of us were at home, and that's when her baby was born. So Prashansa, tell us about the Meal Studio. What do you do? How do you deliver? What is your whole plan for?
Okay, so initially in the lockdown, I started cooking a lot of things at home and sending across to family and friends just to try without thinking of converting this into a business. I just sent it for like pure fun, joy and love. And slowly I started getting the hints from the family that I should probably start doing this professionally because the food was worth the money according to them. And that's what got me excited, and more than me, I think my husband was excited.
Correct.
He was like, and obviously we had taken a break from our jobs because it was difficult to do what I was doing without going to office. I do such a job. And 3-4 months at home trying out new things, I thought, why not, try this. And that's how the Meal Studio came up. So obviously it didn't come up overnight. It took a couple of months to think about it. And I'm not a person who's like
very random.
Yeah, very random, or just follow your passion. I'm the last one to give that suggestion, follow your passion. If your passion doesn't give you money, don't do it.
Yeah,
so I've always been go to office, get your money, chill on weekends. But this was like a gamble for me. But I anyway didn't have anything else to do. I was like, why not?
So it was like a trigger for you.
Yeah.
That entrepreneurial trigger that we all need.
And trust me, the appreciation that I got after my couple of orders, there was no looking back. I didn't want to go back to office and sit on my laptop,
Correct.
This is what I wanted to do.
So yes, for all of you who are following me on Instagram or who've seen my stories would also know that I've ordered from Prashansa, and it was like a gluten-free food for my husband, and it turned out amazing. Everyone was super happy, so you guys can try also. Going on, Prashansa, tell me, okay, you told me that was the entrepreneurial trigger for you to start your business. What kept you going? Because I don't know how well everyone did during these times. So what kept you going during this whole lockdown phase, or when you were not allowed to deliver?
I don't know if this is a fortunate situation or an unfortunate, but I started off in the pandemic period.
Correct.
So I have never seen a better period. I don't know the experience of doing this without a pandemic. I started in COVID-19. And the appreciation that I got, just like, you said right now, the whole family enjoyed it. That is majorly what keeps me going.
Correct.
Obviously, there's a lot of feedback that I get. Some are mixed, some are kind of negative, majority are positive. So weighing down, I always look at the positive part, that I think people are really enjoying what I'm giving them.
Correct.
And the best part about being a home chef is that you can customize a lot of things.
Exactly.
For example, Jain food. A lot of Jain people do not have options to eat out at restaurants.
Correct.
There are people that cater to Jains, but some things are very specific. Just to give you an example, like no ginger or carrot. Like this is very specific.
Right.
So I think this is where home chefs, come into picture, and we take care of all of that. And I'm one of them. I'm a Jain myself. I don't follow the eating patterns as such, but I love doing something special for people, like how you requested that, your husband wants gluten-free food, vegan food.
Yeah.
That could be a challenge if you have to order out, but it's great to know that we are there to fill that gap, for the audience.
Totally. Okay, so going forward, tell us something about the food that you cook. Like, what is your specialty, or any signature dishes that you have, or anything specific that you guys want to tell us?
Okay, so for signature dishes, I would tell you names of what people have loved more than what I love. I think the hot selling stuff is the Khawsue, both the regular and the Jain. And I think the second would be the taco. So Mexican is a very rare find in Mumbai. I don't know why. We are living in one of the biggest cities in the world, and it's so difficult to find Mexican food. I don't know, like, why.
Yeah.
And people love Mexican, honestly, because Mexican and Indian have very similar flavors. And I think my tacos are really hot selling. I don't know anybody who's never ordered it like for the second time. So if you have to ask me, even me personally, if I'm making tacos for an order, I'm definitely reserving some for myself.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Moving forward, tell us about your team. So, do you have someone working with you? Do you have help? How do you manage everything?
Yes, so I do have a couple of people. I have a cook who's me. I have a content creator who's me. I have somebody who makes reels and all that, that is me. I have a packaging person, that is me. And I have someone to allocate deliveries, that is me. That is how small businesses work. That is how every business starts, like with one person. I dream to have a team, and I will eventually get there because my husband is more passionate about this than I am. But it's me all the way. So whatever you get in your hand, start to end, is me. So
aren't we all looking for such inspiring people who are starting in COVID, managing everything all by themselves, and are still happy at what they are doing and going the way forward? So yes, this is the perfect conversation that I'm having with Prashansa right now. Let's go forward. Tell me something like a mantra that you follow, or something that you totally believe in, that this is what I want to follow even for my business or personally or anything such.
okay, so see, until 2020, I was a no-brainer, no philosophical person. I didn't believe in any mantra. There's no philosophy. Correct. You get up like a robot, you do your work, you come back. That was me. There was no philosophy to me. But after I started this, I don't have a mantra as yet, but what I think I would like to tell people to follow is remove some time for things that you like. Like right now, when I go back to think, I feel I should have probably given a little more time to what I like doing, that's cooking. Right. We always have excuses, but we always have time to do things that we really enjoy. We go out in the night, we meet friends, we do everything. Correct. But when it comes to following a passion, that's once a month, right, which is a very bad thing. And I think that is one mantra everyone should follow. Remove little time, and eventually when you think that you can scale this up to get you money, you can probably do this full time. Right. So you start small time and then you get to it. And second important thing is, it's very important to think about the society. We are a social animal at the end of the day. Correct. But don't consider anything to be a social taboo. For example, me, I am so practical, but before starting this, I thought of 100 things. Like, what are my in-laws going to say? What is my dad going to say?
It's always,
yeah, like you've done your masters in pharmacy, you've studied medicine, and now you want to cook in the kitchen. It's a social taboo. Yeah. But I purely find joy in doing it. You will see me smile when I cook, and
exactly. That shows in the food that we do, the work that you do. Yes.
That's the second thing. Don't consider anything to be a social taboo, and think about it, but don't overthink about it. If you like it, just do it. That's all that I would like to say.
That's lovely. So Prashansa, asking you one more question. How do you deliver? Where can we find you? Or how, if I want to order, how do I? Because I am your friend. I just called up and I said this is what I want. But what about others?
So majorly all my business comes in through Instagram. At least 90% of it. So people just DM me. We share our numbers over there, and you can WhatsApp me your order. You can also DM me your order. And delivery is done through either VFast, which is the local delivery partner, or Swiggy Genie. And only for hampers, I prefer self-pickup because, these guys tend to ride their bikes very fast and the hampers get spoiled. So for hampers and things that are heavier and liquidy, I'd prefer a self-pickup. Otherwise, I use VFast and Swiggy Genie. So you can DM me or WhatsApp me to place your order.
That's lovely. So yes, this is all from Prashansa Bora. We've had an amazing conversation with her, and I'm sure her journey is going to inspire a lot of us at home. People who are good at cooking and have always thought of starting something, or anything that you've thought of starting. It's going to, I'm sure, give you that little trigger in your head which says, no, I should do it. So yes, thank you Prashansa.
Thank you Zulfa for having me, and I'd love it if people would get inspired after watching me. Even if one person does, I've done my job.
That's lovely.